on a quick one before I go to work. I want to speak about a cult or demand. A cult or demand is a cult to originality. Is a cult to return to how it used to be. Because the very first time that black people were convinced that how they lived or how their ancestors lived was when we started delaying towards Confucian. And when we derail towards Confucian, foreign interests, strangers can actually take our land, take our resources, and keep us in abject poverty. What do I mean? You look at the stories of the Chinese. Look at the stories of the Indians. Look at the stories of the Singaporeans. You see, these people were invaded by the very evil Western people, Britain, America. These same people who told us they are fighting for Christianity in Africa. They are fighting for the welfare of Christians in Nigeria so that jihadists, Fulani people don't kill us. And they are fighting to preserve our land. They are the people who put us in this course. How do I mean? If somebody comes to your father's land and tells you that your father is evil, and that the ways your father is training you is evil, and you need to follow the way he's training you, that he needs to teach you how to wear good clothes, how to live under AC, how to do this, how to drive, how to do this. That person has actually colonized you and has taken you out from your originality. Now look at China, look at India, like I mentioned earlier. They were victims of what we Africans passed through, what Igbos passed through. But then they sat down and said, what are we going through? How do we fix ourselves? And so they said, these people came, but they taught us science. Let's take their science and let's throw away their religion. The moment you don't throw away these people's religion and you hold on to everything they've given you, you are lost. Because you will be battling with identity issues and identity crisis. They change your name. Look at Igbo names. Alademma, Okunchukwu, Chukwuebuka, Chukwuemeka, Ngozi, Adadike. Do you see the meanings to these names? But when you begin to answer names like Luke, Matthew, Jehoshaphat, these names are not indigenous to you. You're already battling with identity crisis. And these people come to tell you that your system of leadership is not good. And then they bring you democracy. And then they tell you your health system is not good. But then we used to practice preventive health system. Africans were not just ready to use synthetic drugs that were produced in the lab. We used bio drugs, herbs, natural active ingredients, and when they enter into the body, they don't exert a lot of medical pressures to the kidney, to the liver. They are removed easily. And we pursued curative medicine. We pursued rather preventive medicine rather than curative medicine, which means whatever will cause that disease, cause that infection, should be taken care of before the infection comes. But when you look at what we are taking now, you notice that we are taking curative, chemicals, synthetic drugs, and they are dangerous. Have you asked yourself, why don't we live long like our forefathers used to live? In days, our forefathers were the overall how you eat now, the abono, the egusi you eat. These things were innovative. They were invented by our forefathers. What are we inventing now as Black Africans? The clothes we wore, our artwork, our house, all these were indigenous ideas by our forefathers. What are we doing now? We are 100% or 90% dependent on foreign for this chair, for the phone I'm using, for the cloth I'm wearing, for our leadership system, everything. We don't produce, our ideas don't work. But the moment we sit down and say, we are Igbo people, Igbo, ancient people, and that we can sit down and formulate the way we should be led, so that there are no foreign wires that are the top end of our leadership. Do you know the reason why Tinubu is the president of Nigeria? It is because we allowed this porous, corrupt system of democracy of leadership by the white man, which they can penetrate, give accreditations to, and then filter. The day we begin to say, let us live like black people. Let's go back to those indigenous ways that justice system. No open and madu major. They say, brother, you've offended, you slept with your brother's wife, or you've taken your brother's land. And he says this, and instead of going to court, a court system that will probably not give you justice, because the court system does not give justice to the poor man. Can you pay for a lawyer? We use our traditional system of determining justice. It is more effective and more efficient and it's cheaper. If we have a leadership system, man has a major why are you but now you can't talk to your kings. In fact, our leadership systems have been hijacked. Who are the kings? So until we realize that a lot of things have gone wrong from this total gifting of our life to the white man's model, we cannot correct anything. See, if we get back to the way Igbo people used to live before, there will not even be need for people like VBM fighting for Igbo people. Because every one of us will be upright, standing on the path of justice and truth. And it is only this system that builds a sane, a sustainable, and a working community. We need to determine our food. We don't need to be eating all these ShopRite processed and chemical food. We need to be eating natural foods. We need to plant trees around us for nature. You see all these fences, go to Western world, you don't see them build this kind of high fence. We need to take our security serious. We need to be indigenous in handling things by ourselves. We need to determine who leads us. And we don't need to allow people who lead us to stay under immunity. We don't need this your Christian system of selecting kingship in our label. These are the things that destroyed us. Until we pay attention to these common things, we are not going anywhere. We will just be growing, but we will not see tangible success. Look at Ndibo, look at the suffering in our land, look at the youth that are graduating every day, but they are not getting jobs. Who is eating the money? Which system gave opportunities for people to loot us in trillions and we are not making headway? What are we producing as black people? Our agricultural system, is it working? We black people, can we produce our own medicine? Can we produce our clothes by ourselves, indigenously styled to fit into how we want it? Toothpick, matches, lighter. Little things we can't do for ourselves. We are just so dependent on the white man. And a system that goes into total importations is a dead brain area. We can claim to be intelligent lawyers, medicines, but we can produce local ideas or local solutions. What are we doing? Why is it that nobody is asking questions? What are we doing? Why is everybody just looking down and following the system? Why do we just say, once we say, let's go back to the way Igbo people used to be in the past, you feel like, no, it is about recognition of who we are and how we need to sit down on the table to find solutions that can solve our problem. So that sustainability, so that this new generation of children in Diana will not be lost, fighting with the same identity crisis that we fought with. In 2026, black people cannot find solutions to major problems that they have, even leadership problems. Something is wrong. Oh, somebody is wiring somebody somewhere. Somebody is holding somebody's brain box somewhere. Why are you people not seeing these things? As in, how do you claim to be smart, intelligent, bookworm, whatever, but you can't sit down and solve? Why are you people so blind? Like there is a veil, a cloth covering you people's face. We are going down as lost people. In fact, if you identify yourself as Onyibo or as a Biafran or as a Nigerian in the outside world, in the international stage, you are a laughing stock because they don't respect you. They just say those places, third world country people. They don't know in darkness. Good to go. And it is not with happy mind I continue speaking these things, but we will continue speaking until you people stop. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.